And the Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Try the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up.
Come on, offense. Come on.
Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
He lost one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give on the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Got room to work. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Knowles come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on third. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Seminoles getting set on first and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll throw it from the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Calendria. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on third and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he missed it. No good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season.
Speeding down the right side. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Calandria. He's got an open man. Loose in the middle. Touchdown, Knowles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. 42, out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. Turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cade. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Into the secondary on the right. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. They'll ride the hot hand.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Brown has it. Got enough for the first. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. We saw it on that last play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And these plays take time to develop. Nice job by the offensive line, buying some time. And how about the quarterback with a great decision? Seeing his receiver start on the left side, come all the way across the formation, get him the football. He does the rest, gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Nebraska. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The Canes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll try the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great. The lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1950.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, and they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Handoff from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Really nice physical running back time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air, it's Calandria. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays, because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just...
Oh, he wants it all. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The inside handoff. Slithers into space.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pringle. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And the Canes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He leaves it with his back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gets the back moving. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all that athleticism.
Yeah, speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going. And when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the ground. He's got it again.
Man, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The play-action fake. Shoots it to the left. Really good throw and a better catch to pick up a chunk of yardage.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Seminoles are marching down the field. To throw, it's Calandria. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
Finishes the run with the slide. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Noles have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Ochuck. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space. But a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Pringle.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Turns it on in midfield. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Canes want to move quickly. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
makes the grab on the shuffle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
To the air, it's Dyer. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Quarterback will keep it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They want to run this quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Looking down the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon.
Makes the grab past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
I think at this point of the game now, the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Under fire. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here late in the 4th quarter.
Going for it all. And that one is right on target. If his target was to
time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using his feet to buy time. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Calandria. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Knowles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. Now we'll put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.